Hi, I'm Christine. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm here with my Kindle Unlimited TBR. Which I think everybody at this point knows what Kindle Unlimited is, but if you don't, it is a subscription service through Amazon, and so you pay like a monthly fee, or you can also do, they have like, I think, year memberships, or what I usually do is when they have like their Kindle deals or like Amazon Prime Day deals, they usually do one for Kindle Unlimited as well, where you can purchase like a year or two in advance for a much cheaper rate than you would end up paying monthly. So that's what I usually do and grab it. I think I have mine out for like at least 2 years right now, which, I mean, as a romance reader, I definitely take advantage of Kindle Unlimited. There are so many indie romance authors out there and so many series and books, and like there's always new stuff. And so I really love Kindle Unlimited. So it's definitely a worth it service to me. I use it all the time, like all day long. I am finding new books or checking out books that I see others post about, like on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. I will go on Kindle Unlimited and download the book, like usually on my phone app, like they have the Kindle app as well. And so I'll just download it because you can like easily grab the books, have it on your phone app, or, you know, it goes to my Kindle as well so that I can read from there. Like when I do my ebook reads, that's what I'm using is Kindle Unlimited. So you are allowed to have 20 books checked out at a time. It used to be 10 and now it's 20. And like, I can't even remember the days that it was 10. I just wanted to run down my current Kindle Unlimited books checked out because it changes all the time. I think the last time I did this video, it was January. And so like it's definitely changed since then. I saw a couple of friends do this recently as well. So I will link their videos, which Jess from Peace Love Books, Tori from Novel Life, and then McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay. They just all did their Kindle Unlimited videos as well. So I was like, yeah, I need to share mine too, like obviously. So let's see, I actually just grabbed this one yesterday after watching one of Jess's videos. So I grabbed Unraveling Him by Claire Kingsley. This is part of her, I think this is part of her Bailey Brothers series, because I've read her Miles Brothers. So I think this is the Bailey Brothers, possibly. Either way, it's Small Town. I think she said this is the third book in the series. I'll probably read the whole series, but I think she said it could stand alone as well. I think the hero in this one like fixes up motorcycles or cars or something. And then it's his romance with the heroine. That's all I needed to know when I grabbed it. Then I also have Marrow checked out right now, which this is from Bryn Weaver and Trisha Wolfe, a co-written book that they did, which it actually just came out this week that I'm filming, so the end of March. This one sounds so good. I had read a co-written book from Bryn Weaver before, which is Black Sheep. It is like right above my head. Loved that one so much. Like a serial killer heroine, cults, like dark romance, so good. This one, I know it sounds so good. I've heard great things. So this one is True Enemies to Lovers. Love to see it. Also, two serial killers. Like definitely a very dark romance, but I am so excited to check it out. I think the cover is both beautiful and like grotesque at the same time, but like perfect. Also have Tiffany Roberts' The Warlock's Kiss checked out. So I heard this one is like apocalyptic setting. The heroine and her brother, I think they're human and they've been traveling together. The heroine is sick, I want to say, with like cancer, I believe. And they end up traveling and end up at this warlock's house, which he has been like locked away in his house, kept away from everything while this like whole apocalyptic setting has been going on. So I believe they take shelter with him. Like I'm sure it's like Fated Mates vibes. Can't wait to read it. I heard it was like apocalyptic and I was like, yes, please. I also have Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent. This is the third book in her Lost Hearts series, I think it's called, which is the one I'm currently reading. So this is the last book that I have to read for the trilogy, so I have this one checked out. I've been really enjoying this series. It is definitely more fantasy than fantasy romance. There is a romance in there, but I think if you're coming as a romance reader, it won't be as strong for you. But if you like fantasy and like the world building and the magic and all of that, you're going to enjoy this one, as well as like with this little like side romance that we do get, but it's definitely not the strongest part of the book. So yeah, just know that going in. Next up, I have Her Ruthless Duke by Scarlett Scott. This is the first book in her new Rogues Royals Guild series, I think it's called. Could be totally off base on that name. Doesn't sound so good though. It is a Guardian Ward romance, historical romance. I love Scarlett Scott. Cannot wait to read this one. I have Shame by Fiona Cole. I don't know anything about this one. I just know that I got a recent like special edition book cover from Hell Lovely Box, and so I like to read the special editions that I get in to see if I want to keep them on my shelves or unhaul them. So I'm going to read this one and check it out. The cover is giving me some interesting vibes, so we'll see how that one is. I have enjoyed Fiona Cole's writing in the past. Then I have Offside by Avery Keelan. This is, I believe, an MM hockey romance. I know that Tori recently read this one and loved it, so I wanted to check it out as well, and I'm pretty sure I grabbed it the last time she talked about it. I also have two books currently checked out by Naomi Loud. This is like a new to me author that I have just recently been seeing on Instagram. I haven't seen a ton of friends talk about her, so I'm excited to check out her books. So the first one is Was I Ever Here? This one I believe is like a reincarnation type of romance. It talks about the hero and the heroine like finding one another over and over again, falling in love in different lifetimes, and like now one of them doesn't want to be a part of that or something. It says there's a guaranteed HEA dark romance, so I'm excited to check that one out. And then the second one, which is the one I saw being talked about, Was I Ever Real? This one, I believe the heroine has escaped from a cult. Again, dark romance setup. There's enemies to lovers. Sounds really, really good, and I can't wait to read both of those, actually. Then I also have Sinners Anonymous by Soam Sketcher currently out. Someone had recommended this one or was reading it during the Romance Takeover Readathon that I co-hosted last month. Sounded very good. I think it's mafia romance. It's an author I've never heard of, so I was excited to check that out. And I also have Wed to the Ice Giant. This is like a monster sci-fi type of romance. It is a novella, I believe. I have read this author once in the past. I had read Jack, which was like a pumpkin Halloween type of romance, pretty much like pumpkin Halloween erotica, but like it was a fun time. So I'm excited to check this one out as well, especially since it's an ice giant and it kind of sounds like a marriage of convenience or arranged marriage setup from the title, so we'll check that one out. I still have checked out How to Marry a Marble Marquis by CM Nacosta. This is their newest book as well. Came out this month. Been meaning to check it out. This one's a blend of monster romance and historical romance. I definitely want to check it out. I just haven't been in the mood to pick it up quite yet, so it has been on my TBR. Then I have Iced Out by C.E. Ricky, which this one is an hockey romance. I've heard great things about this one and definitely want to get to that one soon. Then I have Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorni. Hopefully that's how you say the author's last name. This one I know that Jess from Honest Fiction and Tori from Novel Life are doing like a read-along for this series, and I was kind of intrigued, so decided to check out the first book first. I know they both loved it, so I'm excited because I've never read this author before. I have Collided out by Lauren Asher. This is the second book in the Dirty Air series that I need to continue on in. I also have out Wrecked, which is the third book in the Lauren Asher Dirty Air series as well. These are contemporary romances and they are sports romances with like Formula One racing. I really enjoyed the first book and need to continue on. Then I have out The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This is the first book in her newer series, so I wanted to read her like other trilogy first, the like Lost Hearts one that I've been reading, and then jump into this one because I know the second book for this duet comes out in April, so I plan to read both in April. Which I've heard great things about this one, fantasy romance, think there's vampires, like I'm excited. Then I also have out Hush Hush by Lucia Franco. This one has been on my TBR forever. It's probably the one that I've had checked out the longest on my KU, so it's been sitting there waiting for me. I just need to be in the mood to get to it. Oh, and then I also do have An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak by Jennifer Hartman. I have already read this one, loved it. I have like a copy of it sitting up there. Love this duet so much, but I have kept it on my KU just because I want to go back and reread it and like transfer all my highlights from my Kindle read to my physical book and like annotate and like put tabby thingies, like do all of that. So I still have that one checked out as well. So those are all the books I currently have checked out on KU. Let me know in the comments if you use KU as well and maybe what some of the books that you have checked out are. I would love to know. Or if you've read any of the books that I have checked out, definitely let me know that as well. I'd love to know if you love them, if you think I'll love them, all of those things. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one.